This presentation will help you write the second essay. It's the comparison contrast essay, and it is much more formal than our first description narration. The length is 2 to 3 pages, and you'll be comparing and contrasting something from the past and the present. There's 200 points, and that it would be for the final version. This week's assignment is an ungraded rough draft. So you have 2 due dates with the second essay. This week, week 2, on Saturday, and there are no late rough drafts. And then next week, the penalty is 10%, so it's 20%. And you see that, I don't need to dwell on that because it's in the other presentation about completing the course. You should do some brainstorming before you do your outline, before you develop your thesis statement, and you should examine the list of topic choices. There's a lot of them on the next slide. Use a planning technique, whichever one works well for you, and it can also be helpful to look at photographs. Now, this is the list of topics, and it's also in the other assignment sheet, the one that has the grading chart on it and no audio with it. So you have families, employment opportunities, sports, selling items, cars, phones, GPS versus maps. There's a whole list of items, so think about it carefully because you want to write about something that you find interesting. Now, you need to have a significant issue. You can't just say, well, blueberries are blue and strawberries are red. You'd have to have some sort of reason why you would be comparing fruit. Maybe it would be a nutritional value, something like that. So you need to stop and think, which one of those topics could you write about and show, oh, GPS is safer, maybe. Maybe that would be your main issue, but you have to have an issue. You can't just say, this is how it's alike and this is how it's different, because that's not really relevant in college. You need to be more analytical. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's something that you would support with logical reasoning. You'll find that if you narrow the time frame, you'll have a better essay. You don't want to do a whole decade of cars, for example. Choose 1910, or 1980 fashion. You don't want to do 100 years of it because there's too much. You can't analyze it. And you'll need to make that decision about point by point or the block outline, and we do have a discussion forum on that, so we're working on that this week. You know about plagiarism from week 1, so we don't need to dwell on that. Formal writing this time. Third person. You don't want I, me, you, or your. You want he, she, it, they. College-educated adults, and a formal and scholarly tone this time. Similarly, you're going to use more formal words. Now, I have become a little bit more flexible. You can use contractions. I need to change that. If you want to say don't and can't, the contractions you don't want to use are things where you combine things like theirs, you should spell out there is, for example, or when you try to take 3 words and combine them into a contraction, that doesn't work well. But the normal don't, can't, it's, that will be okay. Paragraph effectively Take a look at this diagram at the bottom where you've got the sandwich, you've got the bread, that would be the topic sentence and the summary sentence, and then you have the support in the middle. So write as many paragraphs as needed, but you only have a 2 to 3 page essay here, so you wouldn't want 10 or 12, but it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6. Follow up with supporting details in those paragraphs, and when you change to a different topic, start a new paragraph. With this type of essay, it's usually you're doing point by point, so you might have 3 points you want to discuss and you'd have 3 body paragraphs. Or if you do a block style, you're discussing toys from the 1950s and then toys today. That might turn out to be a 4-paragraph essay with an introduction and the 2 body paragraphs and the conclusion. Now here's how you create the essay. Choose your topic and your time frame. You can't really talk about 100 years in 2 to 3 pages. Decide on point by point or block style. Do your outline. Don't skip that part. Write a rough draft and revise it as often as necessary. Submit that ungraded rough draft this week by Saturday. If you don't turn it in on time, I don't review it because I don't have enough time to give you good feedback. Submit the final essay by Saturday in week 3. This is 200 points, so if you lose 10% per day, that's a lot of points. And we're starting to learn academic formatting. Eventually you'll learn APA and MLA possibly, but right now we're just learning things like double spacing and 1-inch margins. And if you use a direct quote, which is in the other assignment sheet, the one that's written as a Word document, I tell you how to do that. And I recommend that you do use a direct quote. Now formatting. I hate that Calibri 11. It's very hard to read when you're reading hundreds of pages of student work every week. So use the one that the APA and MLA documentation system uses, Times New Roman 12. Type the contact information against the left margin. Don't put it in the header, okay? No text boxes, nothing like that. Check the before and after spacing. It should be set to 0, not to 10 or 8 or multiple or auto. And don't hit that enter key after each line. Let the lines wrap naturally. And if you have any questions, and I suspect you might, you know from the other presentation about completing the week successfully that you can call me, you can write me, or you can do both. Good luck with Essay 2.